Hello everybody, thank you for coming to my presentation. My name is Phoebe Nicklin and I am from Cardiff University School of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences. And today I will be talking about this research, Green Social Prescribing, a survey of pharmacist awareness and engagement. That's me there on the right with the bee doing some community science engagement, so you can see what I look like. My area of research is around green space and well-being, and specifically focused on how green prescribing can benefit health and well-being. Green prescribing comes under the umbrella of social prescribing, which in Wales is defined as connecting citizens to community support to better manage their health and well-being. This could be anything from linking a patient to a community group, legal or housing advice, or any general help they feel they need to better manage their health and well-being. Green prescribing links people to activities in nature and includes nature-based interventions which are designed for individuals with a defined need or to complement a medical treatment. Nature-based interventions have been shown to benefit all-round health and well-being by encouraging physical activity and aiding mental restoration. Common examples of green prescribing activities include horticultural therapy, biodiversity conservation volunteering, and nature walks. These services are often facilitated by charities such as wildlife trusts, conservation volunteers, and other local community organisations. Previous research into green prescribing has focused on the role of general practitioners. However, pharmacists are experts in the prescription of medication and also play a wider role in the health team that's focused on person-centered care. Therefore, they're aptly placed to advise patients on non-pharmacological options such as green prescribing. The aim of this study was to explore awareness of green prescribing amongst pharmacists working in Wales, and to identify prescribing initiatives with which they were involved. This project will feed into a wider project that's focused on green prescribing pathways in South Wales. A short, anonymous online survey was developed and following ethical approval was promoted via an online blog on the Royal Pharmaceutical Society Wales website. It was also circulated through the research team's contacts and social media. This survey was available for 3 months and was a mix of tick box and free format responses. The resulting data was analysed descriptively using a content analysis. A convenient sample of 31 respondents, all Wales-based, included pharmacists from hospital settings, community, primary care, mental health and regional clusters. We also had 1 respondent from academia, consulting, and a general health board. We found that the majority of 20 respondents had not heard of the term green prescribing, but that 10 had and 1 didn't know. And when we asked the participants what they understood by this term, the responses were categorized by a content analysis. 10 responses were categorized into social or green prescribing, you can see in the yellow here, and 8 were categorized into sustainable healthcare, you can see in the blue here. For green social prescribing, this included, like the example you can see here, spending time in nature, the countryside, parks, outside, or any other green space to improve well-being. And sustainable healthcare, which here we've defined as environmentally friendly medical care. The example given was reducing impact on environment from manufacturing and distributing medicines, reducing use of non-recyclable materials in drug packaging, and using inhalers without harmful CFCs. When asked if the respondents used another term other than green prescribing, they responded with a range of different terminology. For example, 10 respondents referred to social prescribing, 3 to nature prescribing, and others such as well-being prescribing, being active outside in nature, green care, blue space, and the others that you can see here in the hexagons. When asked if pharmacists were aware of any local schemes, the majority of 21 respondents said no, but with 7 saying yes and 2 saying I don't know. When asked whether they were involved in these referral schemes, the majority said no, there was 20 respondents, 3 said yes, and 1 said I don't know. Although this is a small-scale study and may be prone to responder bias, there is clear confusion in the terminology of green prescribing. This is a significant barrier to promoting green prescribing pathways and nature-based interventions for health and well-being. Although some respondents were aware of social prescribing, the distinction between nature prescribing and social prescribing may not be clear. And this could potentially be an issue for nature providers, as a clear pathway from patient to provider is needed to connect the patient with the help that they need. This lack of direct pathway is reflected in the results, as few pharmacists were involved or even aware of local green prescribing schemes. So advice on green prescribing pathways needs to be given and awareness needs to be raised to enable pharmacists to engage with and support green prescribing initiatives. But this starts with universally understood terminology so that we all know what we're talking about. The data from this study is being fed into a larger project which will measure the impact of green prescribing pathways within a community setting, and we hope that more pharmacists and healthcare providers will join these currently signposting the beneficial opportunities of engagement with green spaces. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation. If you have any questions, please do email me. We will respond. And if you want more information about our green prescribing projects, please visit the link here. Thank you very much.